The following program is rated TV-17, containing bad language.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Sexual situations.
Would you like me to take your pants off instead?
Nudity.
Sure.
And graphic depictions of nut-crunching dick kicks.
Oh, I just had to kick you in the diddly again.
Parental discretion is advised.
right, what is going on, everybody? Happy Father's Day out there to all the fathers. It is the Ronin Joe Show. I am Ronin Joe. Tonight, DC Comics sold. It's craziness. JR Blast Modern Comics and Johnny Storm fucks up. We're going to talk about it all tonight on the Ronin Joe Show. Let's go. Welcome, everybody, to the Ronin Joe Show. I am Ronin Joe. Thank you for joining me this Sunday night on Father's Day. I appreciate you waiting around for me. You know, I have to admit, I can't keep track of the calendar, and that's my fault. I'm always booking shows, I'm booking guests, and I never remember that it's freaking things like Father's Day and Mother's Day and stuff like that. And so I'm like, all right, I've got a show on Father's Day. Obviously, my family is playing something for me. What am I going to do? So we had Father's Day dinner. I'm like, I got to push the show. We got to do it. So we got to push to 10. But I'm glad you guys are still joining me tonight. I appreciate you. Hope you're all having a good one. Let's say hi to the chat. Actually, let me turn the chat on. Let me get you guys on the screen here so we can see you all. We got Mark Penguin in the house. Says, yes, you are number one, my friend. Number one in the chat and number one in my heart. That makes you.
You're number one.
Yes, you are. And of course, if you're here.
So, Mr. Penguin, a penguin is a bird that cannot fly. I am a man. I have a name.
And his name is Mark Penguin. Welcome to the chat, brother. Appreciate you. We also have Hail the Lord in the house.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hail to the king indeed. Welcome. We also have the man, the myth, the legend, our very favorite, the man that we are trying to buy to get into the chat more often, Mr. Mo Biggs. Good to see you, brother.
Hey, Mo! Mo! What? I finished the drawer. What do you want me to do, kiss you? Well, then go on, put it over there.
Yeah, kiss. Let's go. Let's get all weird about it. Welcome to the chat, Mo. Great to see you. And I already see you are already number one in the chat. We're going to talk about that here in a second, but this is awesome. We have Heath Ward in the house, member of the channel, and of course, the first member that's in here will always get this. Oh, it feels so good to have the chat, the members of the chat with us tonight.
Afternoon. Things like sex in here.
Always and forever. Let's go. We got Edwin in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Hope all is well. We also have Christopher Bouchard's in the house. What's up, Ronin Joe? What up to you, my friend? Dapple Darling. I like that. It says, hey, y'all. Hey to you. I like the name. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat very much, but if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. I didn't even know DC was for sale. Well, yeah, we're going to find out. We got an article to talk about. We'll see what's going on with that. Dennis Kelly, my man. What's up, Joe, in the chat? What's up with you, man? I am doing good, I got to say. I have to say. Father's Day has been absolutely amazing. Hope it's been amazing for you guys as well. We have Sheldon Martin, member of the channel, in the chat.
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Oh, yeah, you know it. Also, Jacob's here. What up? What up with you, man? Good to see you. All right, guys. Do me a favor. Share this out. Let everybody know we're live. Tell them to get in here. Let's have a good time for Father's Day. Let's celebrate it together for all the fathers out there. And let's have a good time. And also, we're going to wrap up the show with something very fun tonight, I believe. And we'll see if we can do it again. All right, let's kill the music. Let's kill the music. Let's bring the show down. Let's bring the temperature down just a little bit. By the way, how am I sounding out there, guys? I was tweaking the audio. All the settings you can do within StreamYard and also the mic and everything that I have. I'm trying to make it just a little bit better, trying to make it more professional sounding. I was like, maybe it's a little bassy, so I tried to pull a little bass out of it. I don't know. Let me know how I'm sounding for sure. But first off, I just want to say one thing. Father's Day. This is amazing. I'm going to tell you about my day. I woke up. My daughter comes running in the room with a self-made card that she did. She drew, and she's been writing a lot, learning how to read, learning how to write. She's really getting into it. She's an extremely smart girl. I'm extremely proud of her. As you guys know, I talk about her quite a bit on the show. Well, it said, I like you, Dad, a lot. which is funny because I keep telling her, it's like, baby, you can use the word love, you know? And she's like, well, I don't know how to spell love. I was like, it's really easy. Let me teach you. Anyway, so I like you, Dad, a lot. You're the greatest dad in the world. It was an awesome card. Awesome. Great way to start the morning. Very emotional just to have that. And I go out in the kitchen, and my wife's making me breakfast. And I really like, if you guys have gone to Bob Evans, they've got this like blueberry pancakes. It has like a blueberry compote on it. I always say compost because it's funny sounding, but a compote, you know, it's really good. It's the only place I know that makes it. So my wife handmade that together, and we had blueberry waffles or pancakes and sausage. And then my daughter gave me this present right here for Father's Day that she worked very, very hard on. And I got to show you because I'm extremely proud of my daughter and her artistic abilities at 6 years old. I think she's got some talent. I think she's going places. She's got a really good eye for stuff. And, you know, just, what is that? Wait, what's that word? I don't know what the word I'm talking is. You got the sun, you got trees, you got a ladybug somewhere here. Where am I at? Ladybug's over here. Yeah, man, this is just super awesome. So I hope everybody had as good of a day as I had Father's Day for all the fathers out there, because it was an amazing day. And I get to come here and hang out with you guys tonight and just shoot the shit and have a good time in the chat. Mo says, I like you, Dad. Keep her cards close to her chest. I respect it. Yeah. Well, I'm working on the love thing, you know, because for some reason it's just she's gotten into write. She knows how to write like, and it's just all about it, right? So I'm fine with that. I just know that her like means love, right? That's what we're gonna go with. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I'm telling you, she does some stuff that impresses me. You know, like I started drawing probably around 8 years old. And I feel like at 6 years old, she's drawing stuff right now that I was drawing at 8 and was struggling at. It's crazy. Like she's really got a good sense of anatomy, even though it's still like shapes and blocks and stuff, but she draws everything really good. I think if she keeps up with it, I think she's gonna be a really good artist. And I hope she does. I really do. Lady Ronin's in the house. Her apple trees, yeah. Shout out to my wife and for making me that awesome breakfast. Yeah, the apple trees. So she got apple trees in here. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. It's awesome. You know, she's great. Dennis Kelly's in the house. That's awesome, man. Great imagination. She does. She absolutely does. And Mo Biggs, welcoming my wife to the chat. I appreciate you. Go Flamingos. That's right. You guys are awesome. You know what's cool is I come in here and I share a little bit of my personal life, which I don't really do on the other shows, on Ott and Stuff or the Spawn Review or Akba. But this is kind of more our show, just hanging out and us. And I share a little bit more of my personal life on here. And you guys remember it. And that means something to me. I appreciate that. It reminds me of the Monet painting. Look, she handed this to me this morning. I was just like, there are times when I see her art and I'm just like, wow. Like this is really cool. Like I'm very excited of her growth in art. And I really hope she keeps so. She also likes to sing and do all the things that I've done in my life that she's shown interest in and wants to do. So I mean that's cool. That makes me proud as a dad. So whatever she decides to do in life, I think is awesome. But the art thing's got me really excited. She's gonna end up drawing Reaper Destroyer when she's in her teens. Dude, that would be cool. That would be cool. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so that was just it. I hope you guys are having a good Father's Day out there as well. Let me run over a couple things. We have a leaderboard in the chat. Mo Biggs was added to it. He won on Thursday night, or was that Friday night? Friday night's leaderboard. He jumped onto the leaderboard, so we have 5 winners so far with 1 win each. We told you this before. YouTube has put in this kind of leaderboard thing in the chat. It has nothing to do with me, but we're going to have some fun with it. It tracks the top contributors in the chat, whether you're commenting, the amount of times you comment, super chats, or whatever it is. I don't know exactly how they do it, but they keep track of it. And you're going to see that number change, 1 to 2 to 3, whatever. And whoever ends the show at number 1 is going to be added to the leaderboard, or you're going to be given another win. And we're going to tally it up at the end of the year. And when we do, we're going to do something special for the person that wins. So Mo Biggs is taking the lead early on, so be into that, guys. A quick shot update there at the leaderboard. We'll take a look at that again a little bit later. What else? Oh, shit. Sheldon. Where's Sheldon? Where you at, Sheldon? There he is. I was also starting to do this thing. You might see I have a goal in the chat. Now, this goal is kind of, it's described in a funny way, but it's kind of hard to put exactly what I'm trying to do in the goal, so I'll just explain it. We are trying to get $50 in super chats. And what we do with that, if we can reach $50, then you guys can choose a song that I will sing on the next Ronin Joe show. And it's meant to be a fun thing. You know, you want to choose a song that's going to be, you know, something that might humiliate me or whatever you want to hear. If you want to actually hear a real song, I'll try to play it. But if it's a song that's meant to kind of poke fun at me and make me sing something that I don't really want to sing or I can't sing, which might be the case tonight, and I want to see you guys roast me in the chat. I'm glad that Mo Biggs is here because he's absolutely hilarious. I'm sure he's going to put some really good zingers in there as well as Sheldon Martin. Sheldon won last week. He dropped a $50 super chat right at the end of the show, and he picked Underneath Your Clothes by Shakira, which I'm going to sing later live to wrap the show up, to make something fun to wrap the show up, and then I want you guys to roast me. But that's what we're doing. So we're trying to do this again for the next show we do, which is actually going to be in 2 weeks because I'm going on vacation. But we can reach that $50. If one person does it on a $50 super chat, they get to choose. If the entire chat does it together, then we will have suggestions in the chat. We will pick 5 of them, then we'll vote on the 5, and that's what I'll do on the upcoming shows. So that's what we're doing here. I think it's pretty fun. Drawing Reaper Destroyer, making Dad some Monet. Yeah, let's go. Did you back the Death Raider comic? I did not. Which is, I guess I'm glad that I didn't, since it's not, I don't even know what's going on. Like, honestly, guys, there's so much drama and shit going on that I try not to pay attention to it too much. I'm trying to work on getting my book out, streaming, drawing, all that kind of stuff. And I don't really like to shit on other creators either. It's just not something I do. But it's a sucky situation. But I did not back it. Honestly, it wasn't something I thought looked good. And not that it was bad art. It's just I have a standard of stuff that I like to back as far as what I consider art that I like. I can't just back something just to back it. That's just not me, you know? Duck Bacon says, hail Joe, hail the chat. Hail to you, my friend. A great artist is in the chat. Good to see you. We have, wait, what is he? Nope, I think I got you guys. When did that highlight there? There we go. No, but yeah, shout out to Rob Hunter as far as, like, I hope that stuff works out, you know? Like, this crowdfunding is a tricky business, man. It's a tricky business all around. Whether you're a professional, whether you're a newcomer, there's a lot of things you get into. A lot of things you discover when you get into it that you might not have known. You stub your toe, you trip, you fall. But hopefully just, you know what, be good to your backers. Be transparent. Let them know what's going on. You guys can find me here every week, 3 times a week. Ask about Reaper Destroyer. I'll let you guys know exactly what's going on. Well, by the way, all of the orders are going to be out in the mail in the next couple days, and the campaign is going to be done. And I'll make a big announcement on the page when it's actually happened. But we are finally moving on to issue 2 that we're going to try to launch here in the next couple months. So I'm excited about that. Then Scale said, I'm sure there are some other live streams getting spammed to get that chat. I hope so, man. You know, like I said, if you're a mod in another channel, you go and let them know that we are live here at the Ronin Joe Show. We're going to have a lot of fun. And if you want to see me do embarrassing things, although I'm going to have fun doing it, yeah, jump in. Let's do that. Let's get the super chats going. Christopher Bouchard says, sadly I did and oh shit, I wish I didn't now. Not excited anymore, and he deleted all his socials. Yeah, I kept track of that stuff over the last few days, what was going on, read a lot of comments and whatnot. You know, I don't really have too much more to add to it than that. Just, you know, it's a sucky situation. It sucks because crowdfunding it's a big thing for us independent creators. You know, I couldn't do Reaper Destroyer or anything without crowdfunding. So I'm hoping I built up some goodwill with the people that backed me the first time. And, you know, whoever comes out and backs a second time is what it is, you know. But it sucks. There's a lot of people disenfranchised with crowdfunding right now. And I think it's going to do nothing but hurt the smaller creators. I think the big creators are fine. They've got a pretty good built-in following. But, you know, stuff like this hurts, you know. And just, we'll see. Just, be good to your backers. That's all I got to say. Okay. Let's move on. I don't know about all the socials, but I support Rob Hunter deleting his YouTube until he learns not to be boring. Well, yeah. And I know you're a harsh critic too, Mo, so I get that. I try to be entertaining. Me and Sean and everybody on this channel, we try as much as we can, you know? Like, if you're going to watch a stream, I want it to be entertaining. We're not really about the drama farming, you know, no shade anybody that does it. If that's what you want to do, cool. We want to talk about comics. We want to talk about fun stuff. That's what we do here. And be entertaining, have some good interactions with the chat as well. That's what we do, you know. I do hope you and Sean do a stream with Chad Larson, Death Shroud. Why is that? Tell me. I support boobs. I support boobs too. 100%. Speaking of boobs, but not really. Let's jump into the first topic here. Okay. One thing I thought was kind of cool, and I didn't expect it. This has nothing really to do with comics specifically, but I did see this preview for a movie coming out, and I don't know how to feel about it because I don't know if it's going to be something that they're going to twist politically in one way or the other as far as message they're trying to send. But there is a movie coming out that's called Eddington. And it's nothing of what I expected it was going to be when I watched the trailer. I almost didn't even watch the trailer. And then after I did, I was like, this is kind of interesting. I might check it out. Comic Book One's in the house. Great to see you, man. I'm about drama farming when it comes to talking about who would win Spawn vs. Darkness. There you go. Now that is a good topic. We ought to do that on the Spawn review sometimes. Or sometime. That's what we need to do. Did you guys see this, though? Eddington. Let's watch this together. I want to see what you guys' opinions are, if you're even interested. I thought it'd be kind of cool because we're always covering either comic book stuff or sci-fi stuff, and this is neither. This is more of just, it looks like it could be a good movie. So, of course, it's got Pedro Pascal, which that dude's all over the place. It is what it is. Let's check it out.
I am recording this.
And Joaquin
Fair
Phoenix.
warning. Is that really necessary?
Look, Joe, 6 feet.
Oh, shit. 6 feet. See, that's was the thing. So we've been now, 5 years from the pandemic. And I don't know if they've really created a movie yet about that time. So this is kind of unique to me. This is the first movie coming out that actually kind of covers what happened. Not that this is based on a true story or anything, but what happened during the pandemic. And, you know, the concept of this is kind of cool. So I don't know. I'm intrigued. Yeah, good to see Pedro finally getting work. I know, right? That dude is just put in everything nowadays. It's crazy. Oh, God, this brings back bad memories.
How did we get here? And even worse, is it worth it?
Police the police. Oh, police the police. What else you got here? BLM? Black Lives Matter? Can't breathe? Oh, yeah, they're really leaning hard into the events of the 2020s and beyond.
At the cost of
Silence is violence.
being at war
Yep.
with the Hebrews? That's why I'm running for mayor.
I like Joaquin Phoenix, but it's interesting. He always plays characters. He's just got to be an odd character, right? So this character's just got a really weird way he kind of talks. I guess the premise of the story is a sheriff versus a mayor and the whole politics back and forth of the pandemic, apparently.
Mayor Eddington.
It's a prequel to Idiocracy.
Super duper very much.
Needs more kneeling pads. Oh, jeez.
I used to think that you were some big deal. But I am a much better human being than you.
Who are you talking to? There's nobody here.
Modern Western. I do like, again, I like the way it's shot. I like the feeling of this. And I'm kind of like, I love comic book movies. I love sci-fi stuff. But I do like a really good just drama, action drama. And the way this trailer ends, surprised the hell out of me.
Husband, sheriff, mayor to be.
You want things simple and neat.
We are in a fight against evil.
These are your streets.
No, they're your streets to be safe.
Say their names. Police to police. What else you got in there? I can't really read the rest. No something.
You know how death works out.
Was that a blow-up doll? What is this? Oh, no. I don't know. Something's going on there with those dolls.
People are gonna be looking here now.
Man, that Emma Stone, I think that's her chick's name. She's really going out of her way to play some very unattractive roles lately.
Your own office going, but you're gonna run mine.
So you vote Joe Cross, take back our community.
Hell yeah.
It's interesting seeing that dude from Yellowstone. Seems like he's got a very bit part in that.
Save our soul.
The fact that they're making a movie about this when the government shut down America over the cold, no thank you. Now, I feel you on that, man. Mowig says they can't blow up dolls because immediately after they say, "You'll never want to look away," and that is a blatant false advertisement in that case. That's true. I like that. This is why the movie looks good, though, to me. Because it kind of takes you on a swerve. You're like, all right, this could just be a drama. Like, let's follow the people during the pandemic. But this really gets into some gnarly stuff, and it's got my interest.
We are not a coincidence.
We need to free each other's hearts.
I really hate the way he talks, though. That is sick, though. I don't know what he's shooting at because they don't show it. But just the fact that he's coming out with that, like, come on. That's interesting. I don't know if it's going to be a good movie at all. It could be bad. But it looks interesting as hell, you know. Modern westerns when men can finally be women. Oh. Yeah. Jasper's in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Hail to you. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Ari Aster likes metaphor, and this seems on the nose. Maybe the trailer is misleading. It could be. I like that they don't really show too much about it. Like, they've got me kind of wondering what it's going to be about. And at first, you know, it's funny because I saw it and I was like, I'm just going to skip over this. But I like Joaquin Phoenix. I always have, even though he's played a lot of roles that I'm not really a big fan of. I was like, you know, I'm going to check it out. Let's see what it's all about. And at first I was just like, oh, come on. You're going to make a movie about, you know, warring sides of the pandemic. And it's going to be probably all political and all that shit. But the more I watched it, I was like, oh, shit. Like, where are they going with this? Like, that's actually pretty cool. You know, with the gunfights and all this stuff. And they kept it really limited to what you can actually see. So, I mean, this movie could be pretty brutal. We'll see. Aliens or zombies, bring it. Now, that would be interesting if they actually went above and beyond and did something like that. I think it's probably going to be more or less like a human drama. You know, but, yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Happy day to the dads. Yes, sir. Imagine watching Hollywood actors acting like they know what the fuck we want through, what? They owe us, jeez, okay. You tripped me up with that one. Know what the fuck we want, okay. I tripped myself up. That's went, not want. What we went through while they old us from staying inside. What the fuck, man? While their lives never stopped. Yes, somewhere in there, I completely agree with you. I do. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I don't even know if I've heard of that. Midsommar? By the way, shout out to AZHQ. Thank you for being in the house. Appreciate you. Mobig, instead of Home on the Range, the background music should have been the cast singing. Yeah. That's a good throwback, Mo. Bringing back good memories. There will be an honest movie about the lockdowns when it's safe. Could be. I mean, again, who knows? Is there going to be? Will they ever really have an honest take about the pandemic and what that was all about? I don't know. I mean, I lived through it in Michigan here. I saw exactly for what it was. Watch the governor of Michigan shut down this state, keep us shut down. Although Starbucks was allowed to be open, you know, the essentials. Right. What about the new Stephen King movie, The Life of Chuck? Any interest? I don't know if I've seen that. I don't know. Share a link in the chat. I'll check it out. I gotta see. I haven't heard of that one either. Good to see you, Chris, by the way. Hopefully they make a movie of Hollywood parties maskless. But the help had to be masked up. Oh, yeah. A lot of hypocrisy during that time. I don't know if they'll cover it or not, but I feel like we're removed enough from it that they're going to start making content with it. But you know what sucked about the pandemic is there were certain TV shows, like the modern shows, like Law and Order and stuff like that. I don't know if it was exactly that show or not. Remember when they started, though, adopting the whole pandemic within the shows themselves? and the characters were wearing masks, and they started living in this world where the pandemic was actually happening. Do you think that helped at all? Or was it just they're continuing to spread like the fear-mongering of what was going on? I remember every day I would wake up and I'd go into work and they would turn on the local news, and all they would be doing is talking about the death. And they have a death toll up there, and all it was death, 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 death. All it was fear-mongering. Like, and I watched so many people go through just a incredibly scary moments in their lives because they're just believing every single thing that was going on during that time. It was a very sickening time. I don't think we're ever going to see an actual accounting for what happened. Yes, I haven't seen that, but I hear it's doing really well. I need to check it out. I haven't seen John Wick 4 yet, though. So I got to catch up and figure out what's going on before I go in and watch Ballerina. Ballerina? Is that what it's called? But yeah, that looks good. I mean, anything from the people making those movies I think are going to be pretty damn solid. Yeah, I don't really much anymore either, Jasper. I mean, certain things, but it's got to really catch my interest, you know? Hollywood helped lie to the American people, and now they feel comfortable enough to laugh about it. Yeah, I get that. I don't think I was still watching Law & Order by the 30th season. I know, right? Some of those actors and actresses are looking rough. Here in Tasmania, our only lockdown was 3 days. Lucky you, man. Lucky you. All right. There's something on the wing. Something. There's a lot of others. I mean, I was actually trying to scrape the barrel because, okay, DC news, Superman news, you know, like we talked about Superman all the time on this, but that's just like the news that's coming out. So I'm trying to scrape the barrel. I'm looking for anything else to talk about, whether it's good or not. You want to talk about something that's not good? Let's jump into something that's not good. Or just get the negative stuff out of the way right now. Let's go. Ronin Joe Show. Here we can bitch about some things. The new trailer to Ironheart dropped.
My stepdad used to say the best way to know a thing is to take it apart.
Ah, yes. Best way to know a thing is to take it apart. Okay.
Put it back together.
Oh, put it back together. That one, of course. That makes sense.
And you can see what it's really made of.
I'm going to say this. The only thing about this show that looks good is I feel like it's shot well. Visually, I think it looks good.
You should take your dad's advice.
Iron fart.
Break yourself down. See what you're made of.
Oh, there you
There
go.
goes nothing.
Reverse psychology, that shit.
If I'm gonna protect people, I gotta start thinking outside the box.
Tell us about it.
Things you could have built with that big brain.
Oh, only 6 episodes? That's interesting. Usually Marvel's like 8 plus, I think. This must really suck.
Yours. What? This.
Okay, here's the thing. So I keep talking about Mephisto is going to be in the show. And again, the only way you're going to get people to watch crap like this, I just don't think this is going to be good. No offense to anybody that made this show. Is to put a very popular character that everybody wants to see in it. It has been talking about rumors for a long time. Remember WandaVision? Everyone was like, Mephisto's going to be in it. It was the big rumor as that series was going. And they're like, okay, so they're at least smart enough to know that. But they're going to shoehorn him into a series that really makes no sense for him unless he was in the comics. I didn't read the comics. I don't know. I'm sure somebody watching this can at me later about it. But it doesn't make sense to bring the character in. And you kind of see with this character back here, as he's coming out of the fog, his eyes are all blacked. Okay, you got some of this, Doctor Strange-like shit. Summonsing spells. Where's he at? Where did I see that? Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, whoever this character is, and I don't know much about Ironheart. Never read the book, never followed the character, so I don't know who these characters really are. But, they're really... I think they're really leaning into this to save this show. Because there's really nothing else they can do with the show that's going to be any kind of interesting. I mean, they've already done Iron Man. They've got War Machine. What else is there to do with a character like this? Put her up against supernatural, component like Mephisto.
Brain of yours.
There it is, right there. It's kind of gnarly, walking out with the totally blacked out eyes. Although I can't take that actor serious. What did I see him in? There's something that I saw him in before, and it was just like, I can never take him serious. He's just, I don't know, beta.
What's this? Because I have to.
Yeah, you gotta do the imagery right here. Let's all remember that she is the female Iron Man with this shit.
Because I have to.
Might be a hero in there after all.
Well, at least she's gonna try to be a hero, because I feel like she's presented as a villain for most of the movie, a criminal. Ironheart.
Riri, time to wake up.
Love.
What are you?
Your greatest creation yet.
Who the hell else would it be, bitch?
Oh, wow. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what the modern Disney audience wants. Right there. Sassy hologram.
What are you?
Your greatest creation yet.
Who the hell else would it be, bitch?
So is this supposed to be her Jarvis? Ugh. Anyway, sorry. I had to cover that. I saw it. I was like, you guys suffer through it. I saw it. I respect that it's comic accurate. The comic was trash, and that looks like trash. There you go. There you go. That's how Frankenstein made his monsters. It's a good point. It's a good point. Paulus Arts is in the house. Good to see you, man. What else you guys saying? Always a little late. That's all right, man. You're never late. You're like the wizard, right? You arrive precisely when you mean to. I got Luke in the house. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, man? I don't think it hurt anything no matter what character appears. Someone would have to watch it for it to have any effect. It would have been smarter to dump the show and take the tax write-off. Yeah, like they did with, what was that? Was it Batgirl? Is that the movie they made? The original one, they brought Michael Keaton back in as Batman. That was going to be the first time you saw him back as Batman. And then they scrapped that entire movie after shooting it, and they'll never see the light of day. Which, you know, sometimes I kind of wish they would just release the Keaton scenes of Batman. I wouldn't mind seeing that, but yeah, scrap it, tax write-off, let's go. Would it kill the writers to make a black show that's not about crime? Well, stereotypes, you know. It's funny that the people that do the DEI stuff and have to make characters to represent all the public or whatever, they always seem to lean into the tropes more so than anything else. And it's like, yeah, like, does it have to be that? You know, if you have a gay character, does it have to be about all that stuff? Batgirl. Yeah, wasn't it Batgirl? Oh, you're telling, yeah. Batwoman. Well, Batwoman was a TV show, right? Zaslav killed it. Probably good, though. I mean, it would not have done well. When that movie was coming out, I mean, that was like the height of the DEI stuff, and I think it would have done bad. I don't think it would have, well, maybe. If people were coming back to see Keaton, you might have got a bump out of that, much like The Flash got a little bit of a bump for the people that wanted to come and ride the nostalgia train, which I'm all about nostalgia, don't get me wrong. It was cool to see Keaton back in the Batman costume, but it wouldn't do anything to actually save the movie. Yeah, Red Sonja's coming out. That actually, from some of the stuff I'm seeing, that actually looks pretty decent as far as the actress they cast. I think looks pretty good. Her costume looks fairly comic book accurate from what I've seen. I don't know too much about the plot or if it's going to be too DEI'd or what, but, you know, we'll see. Rick Saylor's in the house, member of the channel. Good to see you, brother.
The common thread in all of my failed schemes is human stupidity. People are just too stupid to accept me as their leader.
Facts. If you remember the teacher from Everybody Hates Chris, that's who the DEI and woke people are. I don't know if I saw that. Her AI will probably be corrupt by the creepy dude. That could be. And the white guy will be the bad guy. I don't know. He seems like he's just kind of a dopey comedy relief, you know, maybe slightly there to give some kind of moral advice to Riri. I don't know. I'm not going to watch it, so I have no idea how it's going to be, but it's pop culture news, so there we are. Red Sonja looks better than the He-Man movie. He-Man is going to be interesting as well. It just depends on how they do these movies. Are they going to make them? Are they going to make them well? Are they going to make them good? That's really. I see some of this stuff, and it's like, yeah, I could have some hope. They could be good, or they could be absolute trash. I don't know. Like, that's just the era we're living in with movies. I think Sydney Sweeney is going to be Barbarella, unless it's a fan cast rumor. I did hear that as well. I don't know if it's true or not, but let's do it. Let's do it right now, is all I have to say. Let's go. Let's see. Power Girl cameo in the suit. Oh, yeah. See, now you're thinking, man. Now you're thinking. Hail to all the dads. Happy Father's Day. Yes. Shout out to all the dads on this Father's Day. If you guys missed it, I went over kind of what my Father's Day was like. It was very good. I'm not going to go over it again. Go back to the beginning of the show and watch it when you get a chance. But yeah, shout out to the dads out there for sure. We got the Gooch in the house. Says, yo, what's up, everyone? What's up with you, brother? Good to see you, man. His show will be on here in probably about 30 minutes. Late Night with Gooch and Gang. Check that out. About 11, something like that. But always a great show. Sub to his channel. Great stuff going on. Yeah, thank you for joining the chat, man. Oh, let's see. Okay. Let me get scooting along here. Because we got things to talk about tonight. We got things to get to. We got some singing to get to and all that kind of stuff. Let's see if I can get to a couple things. John Romita. Oh, are you kidding me? No. Okay, good. I thought you were going to make me sub to that to actually have to go over it. I was going to be very put out if that was the case. John Romita Jr., I saw this article. So John Romita Jr. blasts the modern comic book industry. Stick with the entertainment and stop with the preaching, which I completely agree with. Now, disclaimer, I've never been a big JRJR fan. It's not really the art style I like. I like the Daredevil run back in the 90s that he did. Late 80s, 90s, I think it was. Really enjoyed that, but that's really the only thing I like that JRJR has done. But I saw this article come out, and I was like, hell yeah. Here's another guy who's saying it like it is, and I like it. It says, John Romita Jr. is one of the most respected creators in comics, co-creator of Kick-Ass with Mark Miller, and a longtime veteran who's worked on nearly every superhero, most notably The Amazing Spider-Man. He's done a new interview telling comic creators, stick with entertainment and stop, I can't highlight that, with the preaching. Apparently I can't highlight that. Whatever. Fresh off his wildly successful launch on the new Kickstarter project with Mark Miller, Psychic Sam? John Romita Jr. Oh, that's the name of it. Okay. I don't know too much about it. I hear people talking about it. I haven't checked it out yet. I probably will at some point. But like I said, I'm not a huge Romita fan or junior, so we'll see. The son of the great John Romita Sr., whose work on Amazing Spider-Man is legendary, and that's absolutely true. All the classic images of Spider-Man, whether it was in the comics or lunch pails or just advertisement, was from Senior's work. So that's a fact. He's been a staple in the comic book industry for decades with the distinctive style of a dynamic action leading to some of the most memorable comics of the last 30 years. Get out of here. He went on the Word Balloon podcast on Friday, June 13th, to talk about Psychic Sam and a myriad of other topics. Eventually, the conversation shifted to politics, of course. He spoke on the New York and the condition it's been in lately, saying Rudy Giuliani made the city safe for a while, and then the next mayor is Bloomberg, did a good job. The guy after that did a lousy job, and now the city's still struggling, he said. Based. There were days when you could walk Times Square with your family and your grandchildren, and it was wonderful. Same thing with California. My wife is from San Diego, he continued. You could walk the beach. You can't do that in San Diego. You can't do that in New York City. Everything's changed. Something's got to be done. I'm ashamed of New York, but I am proud there's improvement. From there, he was asked about the current state of comic book industry, where he issued a stern warning to creators. Oh, there we go. I think they should stick to entertainment. You morons who make decisions, he said. Stick to entertainment. Don't preach to me. Don't tell me what side of the coin I should be on politically. I don't care. I'm an independent. Make me smile and entertainment. With entertainment. Yes! I love that. I've never really seen a lot of interviews with JRJR. I didn't know where he stood. honestly, I really don't care when it comes to a lot of creators, anybody out there. Like, your beliefs are your beliefs. You know, I hate it when you try to infuse your beliefs into all of our entertainment and try to act like, you know, it's something that we should all jump on board because you believe it's right, which all we've been getting over the last, 15 years, something like that in entertainment now. Yeah, obviously you got the DEI stuff, but we've been preached to again and again by specifically one side of the aisle. And this isn't really a political take on all of that, but it's just someone standing up for it and just saying, get out the shit out of comics, man. Let's just be entertained. Like, that's the greatest thing right there. Him and Rob Liefeld, even Mark Miller, these are guys that are going out and actually just kind of pushing back on a lot of this stuff because, you know, how can you not see this? You come from an era when comics were great, you know, all the eras, you know, coming up until this current one, I guess you could say, which were about stories and art. And that's what we need to get back to. Entertainment, stories, and art. Get the preaching out of comics. Nobody cares. I don't even care if you were preaching about something that I agree with. I don't want it in there, you know. Give me fun stories. That's it. Let me get lost for 15 minutes as I'm reading the book. That's all I want. He continued, you know the biggest selling R-rated movie of all time is? Everyone knows it. It's Wolverine and Deadpool because it was entertainment. It was the most funny. I see people on airplanes laughing out loud and watching that movie. He returned to the stating how politics has ruined recent films. Don't preach, entertain. The anger in me is there. It's palatable. I can't pronounce that. Because of the damage that's been done to the industry. I love this. I mean, like, this some strong words. Good shit. The damage has been terrible as the comic book industry has been declining in profits and sales in recent years because of overabundance of politics, driving the casual reader away from superhero books and causing them to abandon comic book stores. I mean, this is just scorched earth. He's just hitting the nail on the head with this. He then relates...
Mom needs you. The oven is falling apart.
The oven's falling apart? What does that mean?
The oven is like falling when her trying to open it.
Okay. I will be right back. Just sit tight. I'm gonna take care of this while you're waiting. While you're waiting, watch this. Be right back.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
I'm a hero of the new world.
Your disease, and I'm the cure.
Be advised that I'm mean, nasty, and tired. I eat concertina wire and piss napalm, and I can put a round through a flea's ass at 200 meters. So you go hump somebody else's leg, mother.
All right, I'm back. That was fun. Good times. Live shows. You never know what's going to happen. Never know. Wiley J. Draws is here. He says the oven. The oven is dying. No facts. It really is. It really is. Yeah, he's not wrong. Absolutely. Comics always has been like that. Watch me pull the same quote from one issue in 1974 and then go back to 1939 for a second example. Ugh. Yeah. This is just a difference with today's political stuff that's in books compared to the past politics, I guess you could say. There's nothing wrong with politics being in comics as long as it's presented as like a storyline or something that's middle of the road. But the preaching, that's the biggest thing, right? The preaching is the issue when you're really trying to say that this point is correct, this point is wrong, and if you are on this, then you're on the wrong side of history and blah, blah, blah. People don't want to see that. We got enough of politics and entertainment. It's been nothing but politics and political rhetoric for the last 10 years, solid, just shoved down our throats, and people are tired of it. They want to have an escape. You know, they have to have an escape. The oven couldn't take the heat. Yeah. Don't leave us in suspense. Well, I'm back. We're good. Sorry, guys. Making chocolate chip banana muffins and the oven door wanted to fall off. It did. I got it corrected, though. We got it, well, temporarily. I don't think it's long for this world, though. I used to work in appliance repair. What's wrong with the oven? The friggin' door is like the door itself is falling apart. The glass is falling out. I feel like there's something, maybe a connection somewhere that broke, and I can't figure it out. But I was able to kind of push everything back together and get it at least shut. So at least they were muffins and not blueberry. Ooh. Good muffin. Oh, I love blueberry muffins, Mo. Yeah. Great tape. All right. I will check it out. We'll get that taken care of. I should have said it. I knew it was the fucking door. Yeah. It's stupid. Stupid stuff. Yeah, that oven's been going for a while. I'm not surprised, you know, so good excuse to try to get another one. All right. They released the industry to film, saying, I think the film industry 25, 30 years ago should have done this. All these brilliant writers were with premises month to month are films or TV shows at the least. If I owned a studio, my hand to God, I would hire about 10 of these writers in the comic book industry, and I'd say, here are $1 million each. Give me a year's worth of your premises. I'll turn them into stories, TV shows, or films. Every comic book writer is brilliant-minded in that respect. Come on, it's film. And then I'd hire me to do the storyboards for all of them. Comic creators are filmmakers. I don't care what anyone says. That's a great point. I do agree with that. He concluded reiterating his point, and stick with entertainment and stop with the preaching. So I love that. I love seeing it. I love that someone's out there. Like more and more people are calling it out. You want to save the comic book industry? Do just that. Stop the preaching. Let's get back to telling fun stories, good art. You know, let's make people excited again. Let's make comics great again, if I could say that. The oven is probably from 1996. Yeah, most likely it is. It's probably the original oven that came with the house. My old oven door was a brick. Oh, shit. That's a trusty title kitchen chair. A solution should hold you for a week or two. That's a good point. That was a good point there, Mo. I like it. Shake the shit out of the door. It'll fix it, or the door will fall off. Like, I don't want it to fall off right now. That is it. Yeah. Shout out to my wife, Lady Ronin, for trying to make a nice, tasty treat there in the oven, throwing up a defense. You keep preaching at the pulpit. I will. I will. They will. Everybody will. Let's go. All right. That was fun. I did not expect that at all. Let's jump because we're running late on time here. Let's jump. All right, close. What the fuck? Why do you have to give me so many pop-ups? Close all this shit out before I share your screen as much as I can. All right. Fucking pop-up screens. Are you kidding me? What the fuck is that? No. All right, this might be annoying. We'll see. We'll see if this is going to be ad heavy, which I have a feeling it's going to be. From Snapdragon, I guess that's what this is called. I guess, or is that advertising? No, it's from Bleeding Cool. All right, what the fuck is all this shit? Bleeding Cool, fix your stuff, man. This is such a pain in the ass to try to read any article with all these pop-ups. DC Comics has a new owner at Warner's with a 10-year plan for DC. DC has new owners, Warner Brothers, streaming and studios. It's looking that way, and they have a 10-year plan. He's got a 5-year plan. Warner Brothers Discovery today announced plans to separate the company in a tax-free transaction into 2 publicly traded companies, enabling each to maximize its potential. The streaming and studios company will consist of Warner Brothers Television, Warner Brothers Motion Pictures Group, DC Studios, HBO, and HBO Max, as well as their film and television libraries. And the global networks will include premier entertainment, sports, and news television brands around the world, including CNN, TNT, Sports in the U.S., and Discovery, top free-to-air channels across Europe, and digital products such as profitable Discovery Plus streaming services and Bleacher Report. All right. David Zasloff, thank you, President and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, will serve as president of CEO of the streaming and studios. Okay. What about DC Comics? There seems to be some confusion online, but DC Studios being with the streaming and studio side seems to be a consensus among Warner Brothers, people who I know contacted this morning, which would keep David Zasloff in charge of DC Comics. Update, we have now confirmed DC Comics is indeed part of Why can't I pronounce this dude's name? Zalivs and studio. In the investment call, that dude, David, we're very excited about Superman. We're almost wrapping up with Supergirl. A great plan around DC, a 10-year plan. And while this seems to be the movie focus, this appears to be in relationship to the whole DC brand, as well as the later adding, we'll be going more and more into to the best content that we have. You know, the people see and love all around the world, whether it's the Lord of the Rings or DC. Oh, sweet. Just don't fuck that up, man. Or DC. And Mike and Pam are really looking at the mining the big brands. Interesting. We're going to be doing a lot of original, but mining those big brands that give us real advantages in the marketplace. However, as the announcement is rather new, there is also a lot of contradiction and uncertainty. One thing you can rely on is quotes from the press release. Okay, right on. DC Studios logos. There we go. I have no idea what this means, to be honest with you. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. The cultural significance of this great company and the impactful stories it has brought to life for more than a century have touched countless people all around the world. Its treasured legacy will proudly continue in this next chapter of our celebrated history, said whatever his name is. By operating as 2 distinct optimized companies in the future, we are empowering these iconic brands with a sharper focus and strategic flexibility they need to compete most efficiently in today's evolving media land. Why do people talk like this? I don't get it. Why do they always have to push, like, they've got to be like super professional about everything? You know, like, it's got to be like just word salad. Why don't you just say, like, we're going to make the best stuff we can. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. What does it really say about the comic books, though? Nothing really. I'm interested in this 10-year plan, though. A lot of people, and I see Rob Liefeld post about it, thinking that DC might have a hand up on Marvel right now, especially with all the stuff that Marvel's got going on that could be a disaster. Fantastic Four, Captain America, Brave New World just crashed. Thunderbolts crashed and burned, even though people said that was a good movie. It didn't do well at the box office. So maybe James Gunn is coming in doing things with the movie side that might take that to a brand new destination. In the comic book side, you got the Absolute Universe is doing pretty good. Hush 2 has been having mixed reviews as it's been out there, but that's something big that's going on. And what do you got from Marvel, man? What do you really have from Marvel these days? And I'm not like a DC versus Marvel like fanboy. I'm just, I've always been more of a Marvel guy personally. But I don't know. I don't know what Marvel's got over DC right now. And DC might have the hot hand going in there. And this sale, I don't know. They might be making a big commitment when it comes to the DCU. And they must have a lot of confidence in James Gunn. The plan should be to have Superman fly around the Earth in reverse rotation until the day before they announce Bendis is coming, and don't do that. That is brilliant, Mo. That is brilliant. Make Chuck Dixon editor-in-chief. That could be something. There are still too many straight characters. Over the next 10 years, they will get it down to 0. Okay. That I agree with you. DC has been the place where it seems like it's basically a universe of bi and gay characters. I forgot about that. They seem to be the company leaning into that stuff the most over the last few years. More than anything, it seems like. Hush 2, I thought it was pronounced... yeah, it is. It's interesting marketing, right? Hush. And my art has been selling better. Oh, well, good for you, man. Good for you. They should try the new 53. You know what? The new 52 was all right. It started out good. It just didn't end well. Rebirth was all right. Started out good as well. A lot of these reboots, although I hate them, they start out good. I just don't see that they follow through with a plan or really have a really good plan with that. So, I don't know. DC dickless characters. Oh, God. Oh, God. Why? Why is that the case? But yeah, it seems like that was the way they're going. I completely forgot about that till now. It was one of those things where I guess I chose to kind of forget that was a thing. So thank you for reminding me. That brought back some bad memories. I don't know. What do you guys think? DC, Marvel, you have any confidence in either one? Comic books and or the movies? I always try to have hope and optimism. You guys know that. Hope and optimism when it comes to the movies and thinking they're going to improve them at some point. You know, maybe they will, maybe they won't. I choose to feel like at some point you have to. You know, it's got to get better than it is. So, I don't know. We'll see. Joey want live streams of you and Sean fixing the oven. That wouldn't... Well, that might be good. Now that I think about it. Yeah, that might be interesting. I'll think about it. Eric's in the house. What's going on, brother? He says, I hated the new 52 since the beginning. What they did to Wally West is felonious. Yeah, there was some bad things. That was bad. That was absolutely bad. I didn't like that at all. I agree with that. I guess I boiled down the new 52 to Court of Owls was good. Maybe I just kind of really just base it off of Court of Owls. Court of Owls and Death in the Family. 2 back-to-back, I thought, really good stories by Snyder and Capullo. The Justice League was okay. It was fine. It wasn't anything that was... it was okay. It was fine. So maybe I do. Maybe I just have some... Like, the beginning of it was exciting. Probably just for Capullo coming on. It was something new, a change for Batman. Maybe that's why I look at 52 with favorability. But no, I get that. Superman comics are really good right now. I have not been reading this. I started reading Absolute Superman. That was all right. Kind of activist-y. Activist-y? I don't know. What if you combine those words? That's what it was. You know, kind of like that. Absolute Batman's been pretty good. We got ha in the house. Hell, what's going on with you, man? Good to see you. What was bad about the new 52? To me, just I don't like the way they handle Superman's character, especially towards the end. My thing was it started out good. Started out solid. It seemed like there was a really good plan for that first year or so. And I feel like it kind of started falling apart as it went. But I still like the new 52. I probably like that more than Rebirth, to be honest with you. Lemire was good on new 52's Green Arrow. Nice. I didn't read it. I don't know how to pronounce that. Gleason's Batman and Robin was the most consistent Batman title. Okay, I didn't read that one either. So I would have to go back and check those out. I take that back. DC, some Batman titles. Absolute Batman was good. Yeah, Absolute Batman is doing good right now. People are liking it. I dug it. It's something new. And I said, kudos to them for trying something new with the Batman character. We've been seeing the same thing now for forever. Ever since The Dark Knight, the Joker has been like in the limelight. It's just been Joker central, I think, of a lot of stuff. And I'm getting kind of sick of the character, and I love the character. But it's like, tried something new, an Elseworld kind of take on Batman, and I like it. People like it. Let's go. And then they got the main title Batman going on. You got the Hush 2 going. That's pretty good. I dig it. You're going to have the Fraction in Jorge Jimenez book that's going to be dropping here in the next few months or towards the end of the year. I think is going to probably be pretty good. So there's really a lot more excitement right now in DC, I think, than there is in Marvel. I look on the Marvel shelf on the LCS, and I don't really see much. Their X-Men, I thought, was a dud. Besides, what is it, Stegman and Netho Diaz on art. The story, to me, fell flat. It still doesn't feel like the X-Men. I still don't feel like they've been able to capture the X-Men since, like, the early 2000s. And so, I mean, in Spider-Man, there's some good art on some of the Spider-Man books, but I don't know where the hell the Spider-Man, it's all over the place. I go to the shelf and I see 1,000 Spider-Man books, including Venomverse books and all these different things. I have no idea what's going on with Marvel. So I don't know. I think DC's got a chance right now to kind of leapfrog and take the lead. Frankenstein and Animal Man. All right. I haven't read any of those. I need to check. Well, I don't have time to look at a lot of new stuff, but yeah, I missed some of that. Superman Rebirth 1 through 6 is my favorite comic series of all time. I love the run so much. Who did that? Who's the artist on that book? I can't remember. The only thing that was 52. I'm thinking of a 52 book. I think I kind of checked out with the Rebirth. I stuck around at the very beginning, but I think I kind of checked out of Rebirth after a little while. Messiverse comics, much better and cooler characters. Massiverse. All right, haven't heard of them either. Astonishing X-Men was the last good one for me anyway. It's crazy now. I think the Joker was absent through most of the 50s and 60s until O'Neill and Adams brought him back in the 70s. Yeah, he brought him back. And the Joker was always a big character in the comics, but it really, like, when Dark Knight came out, and then he had the whole pop culture thing with Heath Ledger dying and that movie blowing up, and then everybody was just like, the Joker. They realizing the character was so cool, and they all of a sudden were just like oversaturated the comics with the Jokers, just Joker stuff. Then you have the Batman Who Laughs and just spin-offs of like kind of Joker-esque things. And it just got too much. Like you can only do so much of one character before it gets really old, Peter Tomasi and Pat Gleason did Superman Rebirth 1 through 6. Okay. Yeah, I didn't follow that. I don't really know those names too well. 2011, 2015, it's not new stuff. Well, yeah, no. Sometimes I forget that there's been 10 or 15 years from some of the things that I really enjoyed. Hell, I just saw that Batman Begins is 20 years old. That's crazy, man. The more I see of Nick Dragata's art, the more I dig it. Yeah, it took a second, right? I know a lot of people were making fun of it when it first came out, and certain people still just get on it. But I like it stylized. I like the bulkier characters. I just got the new Absolute Batman last week. I haven't read it, but that's the one with Bane on the cover that everybody was just really freaking out about. And then Graham Nolan came out and said what he said, and a bunch of people shit on him for it, and you can't have opinions anymore. It sucks. Thankfully, Spawn has never let us down, especially in the main storyline and characters. Yes, that is true. Wait, I'm thinking Batman. Oh, Finch and King, I think. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Very true. Deadpool, Venom, Harley Quinn. Yeah, I agree. I quit getting new comics around Rebirth. I read some of Tinian's Detective Comics. He did a pretty good run on on his storylines. I liked the stuff he did. I didn't read all of it, but I'd kind of keep track of what was going on. The Joker War was kind of interesting, even though again it was oversaturated because it was the Joker. I liked his writing, especially after Tom King shit the bed on a lot of things. I think of anything after 2000s as new. That's a good point. That's kind of a good point. Bring more fantasy in the comics. I enjoy the traditional style, but the more fantasy style works so well. I agree. 20 years, that's right. You want to feel old, you get that most popular movie from when you were a little bit younger and realize it was 20 years ago, and it's like, okay. Damn, I'm in my 40s now. I was in my 20s when that came out. It's crazy. Jupiter's Legacy, final by Miller, came out a while back. Super good and ended the series fucking great. Nice. Nice. All right. I'm going to give an update on the chat. The leaderboard in the chat. Let me see. Who's number one? Go back and find out. I see 3s. I see 2s. Mo Biggs, you're still number one. Congratulations. Guys, we are running something in the chat. It is I call it the leaderboard, and this is something that YouTube put on there. If you notice in the chat, there are names, or there's crowns and there's numbers by certain people's names. I think this keeps track of the top contributors of the show, whether that's comments, the amount of times you comment, I don't know, super chats, whatever it is that they track. And whoever is number one at the end of the show every week, we are going to put on the leaderboard. We've had 5 winners so far. We haven't had a repeat winner yet. It looks like Mo Biggs might be trending in that direction to be the first repeat winner. And at the end of the year, we're going to tally this all up. And whoever has the most wins, we are going to do something special for at the end of the year. So I think it's a fun thing to do between this channel and you guys, the chat. One, for you guys coming and supporting us. I know we're not always the greatest at getting all the free stuff we give on this channel out on a timely manner, but I do appreciate you guys coming here and supporting us all the time. I think it's fun to do. YouTube started doing it. I was like, all right, cool. Let's make something about it. Also, if you guys don't know, we have a goal in the chat. If we get $50 in super chats throughout the show throughout the show, whether it's one person or whether it's multiple people, you get to pick a song and I will sing it on the next Ronin Joe show. And then you can roast me in the chat for how bad it's going to be. We won last week, or we didn't win. You guys won. Sheldon Martin won and dropped a $50 super chat right before the show went off the air. And he has me singing Shakira's Underneath Our Clothes tonight. Very romantic song from a female point of view. And I'm glad he did it because I get to sing a song I'm not going to be able to sing very well. I'll just say that. So here's the thing. I'm going to sing this here in a second. We're going to do this. I'm going to wrap up the show. And then I'm going to send you guys over to the Gooch and Gang. Let me actually get that going here so you guys can go over. I haven't been able to send anybody, raid anybody in a while because I switched the shows to 8 o'clock for my schedule. Works a lot better. But tonight I got to do the 10 o'clock slot again because of Father's Day, and I will redirect you over to Gooch and the Gang. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, there he is. All right, save that. There we go. There we go. Okay. Better ways to come into the chat, not knowing what Joe is talking about and asking to get on stream and then start with the insane shit. It's a good point. That would be entertaining. Yeah. Except, I learned my lesson from just throwing the link in the chat and saying, everybody jump in, because then you got to deal with whoever jumps in. You don't know. Enter Sandman. I tell you what, you guys control what song I sing, depending on if we hit that super chat goal. With the 50 bones, I still don't get number one on the lead. Well, that was odd, right? Although, was this implemented before that? Because I feel like it just kicked in last week, so that might not have worked. I think it started on Thursday. No, yeah, it's true. That's true. I don't know how it works, man. I'm not in control of that. That's YouTube's thing. I just have to go with the number at the end of the day, who it is, and that's what we go. But I do agree. I would protest that to YouTube. Chat is great all night, every night. You guys are amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. I have no idea what you're referring to. Great stream again, Joe. Love the Sunday shows. Thank you. And I appreciate you guys coming out, starting your week with me. Let me see if I can breathe. It's getting stuffy down here, which could be a problem when I'm actually trying to sing. All I know is I only win when it doesn't count. Me too, man. Me too. Sorry to hear about your half-baked oven show and Lady Ronin. I know. That does suck. Oh, so let me do something. Oh. I hear people coming downstairs. Maybe? You want to hear me sing? All right. You want to stand over there? Mom said, well, you're going to have to tell her she's going to have to get the chair. What? You want me to get you a chair? All right, hold on a second. No, that's fine. I'll get you. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. Sorry, my daughter came down. She wanted to hear me humiliate myself. Although the good thing about kids is they don't really know when it's bad. So that's a plus. I'll have somebody cheering for me. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, this is actually... Yeah, see, cheering already. It's highly uncomfortable is what this is. All right. Did you guys hear that out there? That's what I want to know. This song is so good, Joe is getting the crowd. Oh, man. This... Okay. I have to say, I went over this song. I was trying to learn it. I got some of the lyrics up here because it was... I still don't have all the lyrics down. Oh, I get too much shit up here. Close that out. Hold on a second. Stop the screen share. Don't want my computer freezing up. Your feet are freezing? Okay. Oh, you know what I should do? Let me put this up here. So the whole point of this is to... I want the chat. We got to do some roasts. Because that's the point. Okay. So, do that. No. Nope. Wait, okay. Why does that disappear? What is a screen here? What do you guys want? You want something like that? With the chats up here so we can openly see the roasting? Just keep... the easy bake oven, real oven. That could be free show. No metal this time. No, man. So it's you can pick whatever song I sing. And originally I designed this to be like, you know, if you want to make me sing like fucking like Britney Spears. Oh, you didn't hear that. I didn't say that. Make me sing like Britney Spears or something. That's what would be fun, you know. And Sheldon Martin, he got it. He's like, here's $50, and he dropped Shakira's underneath our clothes, which I'd never heard of before. Play car wash. Oh, wait, car wash. I don't know if I heard that. Sounds great. Okay. Affirmative. All right, all right. All right, patience, hang on. Here we go, here we go. Sorry. The oven is a character now. I guess that's true. It is. All right, Sheldon. This is for you, buddy. I'm going to try to get through with all the lyrics. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know all the lyrics by heart. I might mess some of them up. And the bridge of the song I could not do with the strumming. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. You ready? Okay. All right. Oh God, why'd I do this? All right, let me see your chats. Let's go. Okay, let's do that again. Huh? Okay, hold on a second. Capo. Kind of sounds alright. Your song, written by the hands of God. Yes, it's gonna be good. Okay, let's try that again. Good Lord, what have I got myself into? Your song, written by the hands of God. Don't get me wrong, this might sound a bit odd, and though I know a place. God damn it. Huh? No, I do it. So trying to keep track of the songs. All right, we're gonna start this again. Let's go. No, I appreciate it. Trying to do this in. Okay. Let's do it. Your song, written by the hands of God. Don't get me wrong, this might sound a bit odd, but you found a place where all my thoughts could hide. Underneath your clothes is where I'll find you. Underneath your clothes. Underneath your clothes, there's an endless story. There's a man I know. There's my territory and everything I deserve for being such a good girl, honey. Because of you, I've forgotten all the reasons to lie. Because of you, I'm running out of reasons to cry. Good God. Sheldon, I hate you, man. Let's do this again. because of you. I've gotten all the reasons to lie because of you. I'm running out of friends and sons and no one to say. Alright, this sucks. I need to actually get this going. I might play this a second time once I get these lyrics right. You try reading and singing at the same time. That's all I gotta say. Alright. Because of you, I've forgotten all the smart ways to lie. Because of you, I'm running out of reasons to cry. And with the friends all gone, and when the party's over, and we will still belong to each other. Underneath my clothes, there's a glory. There's a man I know. There's my territory and everything I deserve for being such a good girl, honey. Underneath our clothes, there's territory. There's a man I know. He's my territory and everything I deserve for being such a good girl, honey. Damn it. Okay. What do you think? Pretty bad, huh? Yeah? You like that? All right. Your song, written by the hands of God. Don't get me wrong, this might sound a bit odd, and then I found a place where all my thoughts can hide. Underneath your clothes is where I'll find them. Underneath your clothes, there's a land of glory. There's a man I know. There's my territory and everything I deserve for being such a good girl, honey. Underneath my clothes. Ah, that sucked. All right, that wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. No, I can't sing it through my chest. It's got, if you want me to sing it like through my chest, it's going to be there's a song written by the hands of God. It's going to be a little bit, I got to hit that octave. You want me to sing like a chick, I got to go higher, like, but I got to start lower. There's a song written by the hands of God. Don't get me wrong, this might sound a bit odd, and now I know a place where all my thoughts can hide. I gotta go high. Underneath my clothes is where I'll find them. And then this hype, bright part. Underneath your clothes, underneath your clothes, there's a land of room. There's a man I know. There's a territory and everything I deserve for being such a good girl, yeah. You want to pick a song where I can actually sing, it's fine. If not, I'm going to bitch myself way through it, and then you guys can roast me, which is the reason for it. Let's go. All right. Let me see. All right, I got to get back here. I got back here. Just scream it. Underneath your clothes, there's a land of... Wait, what is it? See, I gotta get the actual lyrics right. Underneath your clothes. Oh, endless story. What the fuck is I doing with this land? Underneath your clothes, there's an endless story. There's a man I know. There's my crown glory and everything I deserve for being such a good girl, honey. Something like that, you know? Skip the guitar and just sniper your heart out. Shakira's masters lyrics. I know, she really is. I actually like the song. When I was listening to the song, never heard it before. I was like, oh, that's kind of good. I was like, this is going to suck to sing, but it's good. Just get gay with it. It's no big deal. You're not hearing any of this stuff, by the way. No, you're hearing it. Just don't pay attention to it. I love you. How do you do that? There's a song written by the hand of God. It's more like Adam Sandler. Don't get me wrong, this might be a bit too odd, and now I found a place where all my thoughts can hide underneath your skin. That's not it. Whatever. That's about as GAY as I can get. Sorry, guys. Charge $100 super chat next time. I should, man. You can tell he's singing from the heart. Dude, you got it. You got it. You got it. Oh, no. Oh, God. See, I knew it. More emotion. How much more emotion can you get with than... Underneath your clothes, there's an endless story. There's a man I know. Whoops. There's my territory and everything I deserve for being such a good girl, honey. You know? Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, man. Not yet, unfortunately. Pass your shilling to The Witcher. Dude, no, we should do that. No, I'm just kidding. I can do that. Just heard James Hetfield crying tonight. I like it. I like it. Thank you. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Read between the lines. Sonntag is revealing his true self. We accept you, bro. God, man. I knew it. I kind of just did that, right? With he just does that kind of lispy stuff. How does... No, I can't do it. I can't. Like, that was the best I could do. Was the Sandler thing. DC would be proud of the way he's not switching the genders. See? Joe's wife is going to wonder why he's singing about a man. Well, here's the thing. I thought about changing it from the lyrics from like a man to a woman instead of a woman to a man, so I wasn't singing about a man, but I was like, that's cheating. You know, I just can't do that. I can't do that. Sheldon paid good money to hear me sing love song to a man. That's right. Hetfield couldn't do better. Singing from the chest, not the ovaries. Oh, I did that right. Joe's such a good girl. Being such a good girl, honey. Ooh, a muffin. Thank you. This song is meant for ovaries. It is, but you know, you pick the song, whether I can sing it or not. I'm gonna get my way through it, and it's gonna be humiliating. It's not like, you know, singing a song that a man's meant to sing. Joe is struggling bard. Wait. Joe is struggling bard trying to make ends meet. That's true. I don't know what that bard is, but that's true. I love when Joe sings about be the good girl. That's where yeah. Clip this out and send it to Sean. I told Sean about it. I was like, dude, you gotta be in the chat, because I mean, he'd have some fun stuff to say about it, but I don't see him in here, so I'm kind of disappointed. It's easier to picture you naked now. That's all that matters. Yes. There we go. Yeah. Much better. Well, I had this conversation on Ott and stuff, and Gooch was the one that told me, he's like, you gotta sing it high. Because I was like, I can sing it like, you know, a man, or it's like I can sing it high as I can like a woman. I was like, Sheldon paid the money for it, so I could probably sing it the way that Shakira tries. I mean, not that I can sing it like her, but I gotta try to sing it like that, you know? So, and I was like, that's what it is. I made this up. You know, $50, you get to roast me. So, I mean, like, how can I keep the chat from having the fun of roasting me, you know? Sing it like a man. Sean wants to hear the songs or these words from with confidence. Yeah, Nickelback it. I don't know how Nickelback would do it. I don't listen to much Nickelback. I'd have to see if I could capture his kind of whiny 90s style that he's got. Now put some Puff Daddy in it. I like it. Better with a non-gay version. Joe needs to be drunk for this. That would probably help, but I can't be drunk for the show because then I'd be a sloppy show. Like, this is what this is about. It's got to be, you know, I need better roasting, though. I need better roasting. Mo, where you at? Just go, yeah, every few seconds like Hetfield. Oh, you mean, not yeah. Yeah. Wait. Ooh, yeah. That's what it is. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Joe needs to put this on his cassette and drive around town showing it off on his demo. Do walk in that voice. I'm not tuned right for that. Fuck yeah, scream that shit. Metal. Damn, this version is hotter than an oven with no door. There you go. Yes, you got it. See, I was trying to do that for you, man. I was being true to what you wanted, you know. I told my wife too. I was like, I could try to sing it like a 90s, you know, tone, but I was like, I can't get the highs that Shakira gets. I was like, I have to start a little bit lower so I can push it higher. It's not my octave, you know. I got a lower range. But I was like, but it's going to be funny. So that's all that really matters. Roots. Bloody roots. Yeah, let's do that. Another Joey anthem. Whoa. Yeah, inside joke. I like that. Yeah, I know. Potty mouth. Maybe don't read that chat out loud. It's all right. It already happened. Drag the waters. If Joe's haters find this, it's over. Do I have haters, though? Do I? Maybe. If I do, just know that I love you. You know? I want you to look in my face every night before you go to bed. She's sleeping. And picture me naked. Every night. Okay, I'm not going to say that. No, I'll skip that. She needs to listen or she won't know how to fully describe this experience to her therapist one day. Yeah, I'm hoping she blocks it out. Lunch lady. At least he's doing, not dancing like Shakira. Now that, yeah, you'd have to pay me a lot more to do that. Clip out the G voice part and send it to Sean. See. There's a sound. Ring back the hands again. Give me around. You can't stand it to end. Yeah. Up please. That's about all I can do with that one. That's for you. There's the man I chose. That's what it is. There's underneath your skin. Okay, I keep saying underneath your skin. That's the problem. Like, there's a Mudvayne song called Under My Skin. And every time I hear underneath my clothes, I constantly changed it. So when I was practicing this, I was like, underneath your skin. I'm like, that's not going to work at all. All four chairs and the voice just spun around so fast and washed up the singer's got whiplash. Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. You sang from the ovaries, you sang from the chest, now sing from the nose. How do you sing from your nose? I don't know. Next song will not be so cool. We'll go gay with it, like something from Machine Gun Kelly. Oh, God. Hey, I'll sing whatever you got. Like, if you want to actually do a cool song, I'll do that. But if you want to do the songs that make me make a fool out of myself, I'm down for that, too. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. Either or I'm fine with it. You got me something. Thank you. Thank you. Wasn't it cheating to skip my comment at the beginning when I said you were picturing Sean? It really set the tone for the performance. My bad. I missed it. You guys were pouring in there, Muffin Man. Next time, you got to do a Sebastian Bach. Oh, God. If I could sing like Sebastian Bach, that would be amazing. Nope, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. You instantly went to the... Yeah, well... Yeah, I had to. Like that was the census of the game we're playing. You pick a song like Shakira. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? My octave is low. Hers is high-ish. So it's either that or I'm just like, there's a song written by the hands of God. Don't get me wrong. This might sound a bit odd. I know a place where all my thoughts can hide. Underneath your clothes is where I'll find you. Underneath your clothes, there's something. Anyway, it'd have to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Clench your teeth and do a Krish corn. Oh, God. So many octaves that I cannot do. Give me an example. I can't think of any songs offhand. Put me on the spot. I can't think of any of the Chris Cornell songs. So there's that.
There's a super chat, motherfucker.
Oh, thank you. That was loud in my ears. We have Sean said, I finally stopped laughing. Good. Thank you for the $15, brother. I appreciate it. You sound like Corey whatever doing his acoustic bit in London. The dude from Slipknot. What the fuck is his name? Corey Taylor. Corey Taylor. There you go. I have not heard that. Rona Joe, comic creator, musician, and oven repairman. What can he do? Was that the inside joke, you being compared to Joey Lawrence? Oh, God, I hope not. Did I miss it? Did I miss that one? Chris Cornell. I can't think of any songs offhand. Since you got the guitar out, do I Am the End acoustic. I would, but I didn't play that one. That was my guitarist playing that song, so I never learned how to play it. I learned how to play America the Dead, but I can't remember it. Especially not with a capo on. It had to be down-tuned as well. Nope. I don't know if I remember how to play that one. There's a lot of my old stuff I don't remember how to play. I have to look it up. Why did Cartman never sing this song? I'm telling you. God damn it, god damn it. Best Sunday show yet. Hell yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. So this is demonic possession or what? Yeah. Oops, Joe. Yeah. See, now that's a song I thought somebody would pick out right away. Like, oops, I did it again. See, I could do that. That'd be fun. Corey Taylor doing snuff sounds similar to what you're attempting. Oh, jeez. The version sounds like Crash Test Dummies are singing. Yes. Love it. If you ever hear like this coming out of one of the men's rooms, Saul's run. Super chat. Do it in a Tiny Tim voice. What is a Tiny Tim voice? I don't... Is that like the TV character Tiny Tim? I don't know how you would do that. Please, sir, some more. I don't know. Like, which one? You know, the yeah, I can't. Is that what that is, Anna? Is that the Tiny Tim thing? So you're not the character? This kind of reminds me of Anselmo doing the stuff with the strings in the back. Yes. Yes. I could do more Anselmo stuff than I can this very, very well. If I do it's going to be Cradle of Filth. Good Lord. Well, see, here's the thing. I have to actually be able to play it and sing it at the same time, and I only really have an acoustic. I would like to try to get it set up here. And I was thinking about this the other day of getting the rig up and putting the rig over there, and then I could actually have the electric guitar out with some distortion and stuff, and then maybe I could do something like that. I don't know. If you guys enjoy this, me making fun of or a fool of myself, and or just doing songs in general, I'm down to do it more. I'd like to get a better setup, and actually get a good mix, get some effects on the voice, and do some stuff. I think that'd be cool. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna do Devil Driver, I would do It's a Great Day to Die. But I gotta be able to play that. There's certain style I can't play. Like, you get into the heavier stuff, and it's a little hard, especially on acoustic. So that's where we're at on that one. For $200, Joe needs to sing a duet with Sugar Chris. Let's do it. I don't know if I can make that happen, but throw the money down. I'll try. Tiny Tim was the Tiptoe. Oh, that's what my wife was singing upstairs. The creepy sound, right? Tiptoe. Let's see. Tiptoe. No, I don't know if I can do that octave. Tiptoe through the window. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Tried though. Joe, oops, I did it again, like Dave Matthews. You guys just think I can... Nope, I don't know if I can do that one either. Tiptoe through the tulips. Okay. Tiptoe through the tulips. The really creepy song from Insidious. Hero from Nickelback would work better for Joe. Yeah, possibly. Again, I'll do whatever. He wanted to play electric, but the amp grill kept falling off. Not to be confused with Tiny Tim from A Christmas. Well, that's what I thought. We need a karaoke screen. Could. I don't necessarily need you to play guitar. If you could sing it, it would be dope. Possibly. I'd have to find a way to do it and then get around like copyrights and stuff. That kind of did, didn't it? Yeah, well, lot of my old stuff I don't remember. Thank you, man. That's all that matters. Tiny Tim was a weird... Yeah. Absolutely. Had to have been. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. This was fun. I really enjoyed doing that. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. But that was good. You guys making Sundays a fun time, starting the week off. So here's the deal over the next couple weeks. I am going to be going on vacation starting Thursday. So we have one more show, Tuesday, which is a Spawn review. And we're going to be looking at issue 365, which, from what I heard, is badass. So tune in for that show at 8 p.m. for the Spawn review. And then I'll be gone for 2 weeks. Going out to California. Gonna go see some Disneyland. Maybe Warner Brothers. Avoid the riots is what I'm trying to do. And then I'll be back again at some point. First show will probably be the Spawn review again. I don't know what I'm gonna do at that point, but it's gonna be awesome. So keep an eye out. But I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. An open mic night on the Ronin Joe Show. Shout out to Mo Biggs, #1 in the chat still. Sheldon Martin for dropping that $50 super chat last week. And make me sing Shakira underneath our clothes. I love you all. Have a great week. And remember, as always, picture me naked before you go to bed. And close your eyes and maybe get some head. But before you do, I want you to picture me naked too. Have a great night.